Cheetos.
Hi, I'm Jason Russell from Critical Dice, and welcome to the Fable 42, where we build community through friendship, gaming, and of course, Cheetos and chaos. Yes. You're watching the Duke City Chronicles, a Monster of the Week game set in my hometown of Albuquerque, New Mexico. You can watch new episodes right here on Fable 42's YouTube channel every Tuesday night at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. And this episode, like all the episodes, is sponsored by the Critical Dice, which
Critical
happens...
Dice.
Thank you, Eric. I mean, GW. You can go to thecriticaldice.com and you can use the promo code Fable42 on any non-subscription item like t-shirts and dice bags and a bunch of other stuff and get 20% off. That's thecriticaldice.com. Use promo code Fable42. Let's go ahead and get into player character introductions. Let's start with Chris this time in a shocking twist of fate.
In a shocking twist of fate, it doesn't matter. I'm still the expert playbook, expert marksman, expert financialist. And you can find the guy who plays me. His name is Chris Solo. You can find him DM Chris Solo on all the social medias. Someone gave me C4.
You weren't supposed to check the radios. Okay, supposed to is the wrong word. Bridget, please keep this going.
Hi, everybody. I'm Bridget. You can find me on Instagram at string_theories_, fun spooky embroideries. And I'm playing Suki Buchanan. She's a 70-year-old art professor, heavily tattooed, and she talks to ghosts for a living. She's the spooky playbook, spooky grandma.
Excellent. Diane.
Hey everyone, my name's Diane. You can find me on the internet at The Pretty DM. You can find me at Fabled42 most nights, DMing or playing. And tonight I am playing Katia, the monstrous playbook, half vampire, sword wielding, sometimes flying. Yeah.
Awesome. And GW.
Hey everyone, I'm GW. You can find me on IG and Twitter under GW005. That's 2 B's and 2 zeros. You can also find me on Clarion Dawn, which is a sci-fi audio drama on ClarionDawn.com or any of your favorite podcast platforms. Tonight, I am playing Quabon Whispers, aka Q, the Divine Playbook. He's basically just your average college kid, you know, who just happens to be an angsty, edgy angel boy.
Angsty, edgy angel boy is a great description. And I'm Jason Russell. You can find me on Instagram at Critical Dice and also for some reason TikTok at Critical Dice. And you listen to my podcast, The Compend DM, where my co-host Casey and I explain the rules of D&D. But tonight we're not playing D&D. We are playing Monster of the Week. Let's go ahead and get into the intro for tonight's episode of the Duke City Chronicles, The Order.
It's an amazing place. Most people have no idea where it is, but we're okay with that. We've got mountains, rivers, deserts, and over 300 days of sunshine, and some of the most diverse and wonderful people you'll ever meet. It's a great place to live, and I definitely encourage you to try it. But we also have our dark side, our own ghosts, secrets, and legends. Most of them are true. For thousands of years, people have been living here and dying here. This is Albuquerque, but it goes by many names. The 505, the Burke, my favorite is the Duke City. These are the Duke City Chronicles.
Previously on the Duke City Chronicles, you met up with the Obsidian Order, a secret society centuries old that protects humanity from the secret evils that lurk just inside the shadows. They've teamed up with you, or you've teamed up with them, to destroy a ghoul gate, a magical gateway to wherever ghouls are from, that has opened up here in the petroglyphs on the west side of Albuquerque. You set up your light rigs to be able to destroy it, only to discover there's at one, but actually 3 gates potentially in this little grotto. Just before the sun completely dips and the gates open, you hear the sound that sounds like children screaming in the next ridge over. And this is where we find our heroes. What would you guys like to do?
Jump into action.
Yeah.
Great. What is the action of which you're referring?
Where do I hear the noise coming from? The screaming kids?
Back over behind you. It would be like up the hill past the ghoul gate that's slowly coalescing into darkness. The flat top, and there's probably another valley on the other side is coming from that valley over there. The 2 people who are closest to that area are Katia and Kyle, the spell slinger.
I would like to fly up and see if I can see what's screaming.
Okay, yeah. So you kind of fly up, and you start to kind of hover over there to look, and you can see that there are 3 coyotes in this little valley, and they are slowly creeping up on something that looks to be just behind one of the larger boulders there in this valley. But from your vantage point, you can't quite see what that is.
Can I get closer?
Yeah. So you want to come in like kind of right behind that boulder, their target, or do you want to come in behind the coyotes, or how do you want to do that?
I want to come in behind the boulder.
Okay, great. So while she flies up and does that, you hear Kyle curse, and he starts running up the kind of where the boulders and rubble are, up the incline past the ghoul gate. He lets his spell drop, and he starts chasing after Katia. What are you guys gonna do?
I'm gonna turn on my radio. Kat, what do you see? What do you see?
I see some coyotes. I'm not sure what else. I'm trying to get a better vantage point.
Copy.
The rest of you?
Suki's gonna chamber around and like set like I think like how are the things turning on? Are they like a little switch on the actual thing? Is there like a cord?
I'm gonna say it's Ghostbusters style, and there's a stomp pad.
Amazing. I'll put one foot on the stomp pad. Is there a way to turn on the I guess I already turned on the UV light, I would assume.
Yeah, you can just like click that on, and it's at the end of your light gun now.
And I'll cover one of I'll train my sights on one of the caves.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you're closest to the one that Q and Zach are at, the original one.
Oh, okay. I mean one of the ones that Katia and Kyle had to
Oh,
bail
okay.
on.
So you're turning and putting your back to that gate and aiming towards that one. Great. Okay.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the order to turn it on, but we gotta cover our butts.
All right, Riley. What are you doing?
I mean, I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing. I mean, I'm gonna have my scope out with the sniper rifle, specifically looking at that cave opening, and if I see anything funny, like I'm ignoring the cries and all that. I'm keeping my eye out with the scopes too, and flickering through the different settings to see if anything other pops up.
You're getting a weird reading on not the thermal one, but the night vision one. As you pointed at the gate you're focusing on, it seems to be kicking off some kind of energy that the scope is picking up. And Katia, as you kind of like float over to get the better vantage point, what you find are not children, but there is a rather large jackrabbit cowering behind this boulder, as now you see the coyotes are yipping and howling, and it sounds just like the cries of children as they're closing in on this poor jackrabbit. And you can see Kyle has just run up to the top and has like summoned fire in his hand and is looking around for what to do. What do you want to do, Katia?
I'll say the coyotes are hunting a jackrabbit. Apparently they sound just like children. Coast is clear on this side.
And as she says that, you guys see the ghoul gates completely fill the containers that they're in, those little caves.
All three
and it
of them?
becomes all 3 of them. and it becomes solid and black, and you can see a couple of pairs of glowing eyes start to
Yippee-ki-yay.
appear.
Good work, Cat. Come back. It's going down.
Yeah.
Fall back.
I think Suki's gonna click on that light if it's about time.
Okay, so Suki, you're too far away from your gate for your light to work, and all the lights that you're around are facing back to the gate behind you.
Oh right, no, that's what I mean. The ones that are facing the ones with the stomp pad, I'm
Okay.
gonna click those on and just wait until something comes up to my light before I follow.
Great.
Fire, I mean.
Chew, you and Zach are right there with your weapons. The gate forms, eyes, and you see just a couple of like hands start to kind of come out
Click
of
on
it,
my light.
and then it hits with the big light, the stomp pad, and they and like a couple of them like jump out with surprising speed and like height off to the side to get out of the light, and are kind of starting to like prowl with big hands and shoulders around to the side and looking at you two, looking at a way to come at you, but you're standing in the middle of these beams of light headed towards the ghoul gate.
I'm gonna I would like to like start twisting my double-bladed sword.
Mhm.
And as I'm twisting it, it starts to kind of get kind of liquefied and starts to turn and swirl into something else. And you start hearing the shackles of my golden chains. I'm gonna try to whip one and bring it to me.
Great, make that attack. Kick some butt.
All right, here we go.
Kick that butt.
Oh my god! I got double thickness.
Ooh, very nice.
Oh my goodness.
What what kind of damage does your chain do?
It does. Let me bring that up because I'm so totally prepared. It's right here. So my chain does 3 harm, hand area, messy, holy.
Great. So you can do 3 harm to both of them.
I would like to, if you would allow, to do precise strike.
Okay.
So
All
I'm
right,
gonna
roll that again.
All right. So I'm gonna roll that, and let's see. For that one, I have to add tough. Also, so another. Oh, sweet. So double 5. So 10 plus 2, 12. So
Great.
I do another 2 damage to them both.
Great. And then you still haven't picked your extra effect from the complete success from Kick Some Butt.
The fighter in me is screaming terrible harm, but instead I'm going to put them where I want them.
And where do you want them, sir?
I want them in the light with me and Big Boy.
So you change the sword to chains, whip it around, and it goes around both of their necks as you pull them like the dogs they are, yank them into the light as you rip, and they both just their heads come off as they scream in the light, and their bodies hit the floor and start to sizzle. Katia, you're flying back over the kind of ledge, and as you get ready to pass Kyle, he puts a hand out like to wait, and he points, and you guys have a different perspective now from the top of this ridge of the ghoul gate you were focusing at, the one that Suki's currently looking at from the bottom. And there's an opening in the back where you can see the blackness and things. And he points to that, and he's like, there's an opening.
Okay, so can I see any ghouls from that opening?
Not from that side. It seems like it only opens one way, and so they're kind of coming away from you, and you guys kind of have like this element of surprise and other way of like accessing the gate, as it were.
What do you mean they're going away from us?
So basically is that you've got the cave, ghoul gate, they come out this way, Katia and Kyle are back here, and they can see into the back of the gate. And so they have some other opportunities here. It doesn't seem like it works both ways. It's like a Stargate kind of thing. It just comes out the front.
So I don't see that, though. I see them coming out of the gate.
Correct.
Got it.
Mm-hmm.
So after I do all that with the chain, I just kind of like pull the chain back as it kind of like slaps into the ground. I'm gonna look at the cave, and I'm gonna be like, next.
Nice. Katia, what were you saying?
So I guess I'm gonna float down to the back of this gate? And am I able to get around the gate from inside this space?
Yeah, you think you could kind of crawl in there and be like inside this stone container for the black gate. Yeah. And as you investigate, and Kyle's like, I can try a daylight spell.
Oh, by all means, please.
He's like, watch my back.
Okay.
And he starts to like pull in like he's weaving, and a ball of light in the middle of his hand starts getting bigger as he's pulling in more like little like threads that you see just for a moment, and like he's making a ball of yarn, and it grows brighter and brighter, and you can feel like, okay, yeah, that's a sun lamp. That's pretty bright.
I'm like,
and Suki, you can kind of see something happening glowing from behind that gate, and you see two more ghouls like come out and look around. One looks back at the light and starts climbing up the side of the gate. The other one sees you and starts coming towards you. What do you want to do, Suki?
I'm gonna try to put one between the aggressive one's eyes.
Okay. How close do you want to let them get to you? Do you want to do it before they could possibly hurt you, or when they're in the range of the light on your rifle?
I don't want them even close to me. Like I want to hit them first, and if the bullet doesn't take them, they'll eventually come into my light. Like I want to weaken them first, because I know that they are going to get me. All right. Okay, that's a 10 on the die. And then sorry, I haven't used
It's plus tough, yeah.
Plus tough. Okay, cool. I think I only have one of those. Yeah. All right. So that's an 11.
11, excellent. So you do your full harm, which is
2 harm. I believe loud, messy.
Nice. And what's your extra effect for a complete success?
Far loud.
Ooh, loud and messy.
Ooh. I'm sorry. What did I miss that bit?
Your extra effect for a complete success.
Ooh, my extra effect.
Yep.
Where do I?
Your options are going to be gain the advantage, take one forward, or give the advantage to another hunter, inflict terrible harm, suffer less harm, or force them where you want them.
I'm gonna do terrible harm.
Great.
I don't want him anywhere near me.
Excellent.
Blow out the back of his head.
Yeah. So you hit him, and
Not to be graphic.
the gun peppers him with wounds across the side of his face and skull and shoulder, and you see him kind of wince back a little bit, stagger, and then leap and take a slash. You take 2 harm, but just before he does it, you feel the tingle from your head, from the handkerchief, and you know he's about to leap. You may act under pressure to avoid this.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay. This is
her bandana gives her a spidey sense.
I love it.
All right. That's good. Is I don't add anything to that? Is that plus weird or?
Act under pressure is going to
sorry.
be. It's okay. It's cool. Plus cool.
Plus cool. All right. Well, it's only.
You guys have a ton of. Oh, okay. I'm gonna say you can mark experience and also take 3 harm, but your armor takes care of one of that, so you take 2 harm.
Okay, 2 harm.
Great.
All right. Ouchies.
Katia, as you're watching that and it's like getting really bright, you turn and you can see the 2 glowing eyes of the ghoul come up over the side of this rock formation, kind of like
slash at his face.
Yeah, he's wincing, and you take that opportunity to hit him.
Oh yeah. What is my?
Been a minute since we've been in battle.
That's weird.
Yeah. So you can you roll plus weird to use
11.
your 11. Excellent. What's your extra effect?
My extra effects.
Take the advantage, suffer less harm, move them where you want them, or do extra harm.
I want to move them fully into this ball of light.
That's brilliant and brilliant. Great. So what's the harm on the Gladius? 2?
2.
Great. All right, so he takes 2 harm as he's wincing, and you hit him across the neck. It opens up with a gash, and there's black bile pulling from that. And with that slash, it gives an opening, and you grab his shoulder and chuck him into the forming light spell that Kyle's doing. Kyle sees it just in time and holds it up in front of him as he runs into it like a chipper shredder, as it just in black ash just... And Kyle like drops the light spell. It dissipates, and he lands on his knees. It's like, Riley, out of the third gate, the one off to the right of the main gate, you can see 3 more ghouls crouching outward, getting an assessment of the situation, and coming towards kind of where you guys are all hunkered up near the light area. What do you want to do?
So question about my items and how this combat thing works. So sniper rifle, am I able to take multiple shots at once, like pop pop pop, or
no? So the area tag, like what Quavon used, is kind of the way you get like blast damage. I think that if you were to get a complete success and do something like inflict terrible harm, we could swap that out and let it do some extra harm to a secondary target. But most of the time in Monster of the Week, when you kick some butt, it's against a single target unless there's a tag that says so, like has like a rapid tag or something.
Well, like, because I also have the assault rifle, which is why I was asking.
Okay, yeah, I mean that would be like an area kind of thing, so you could use that instead.
I mean, I don't know if I want to do that. I was just more curious if that makes sense or not. Yeah, I'll just take a shot with the rifle.
All right, great. Go ahead and kick some butt. Roll plus tough.
Plus tough. That is an 11.
11, great. What's your extra effect?
Extra effect?
Yeah, that's a complete success.
What do you mean by extra effect?
So an extra effect on kick some butt is you can take the advantage or give the advantage forward, inflict terrible harm, suffer less harm, or force them where you want them.
Got it. We'll do terrible harm.
Terrible harm, great. What's the total harm?
Sniper rifle's 4 plus 1 is 5.
5. Did you want to do a precise strike?
Yes, I forgot.
Because you can.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
I know you'd be kicking yourself later, so
I rolled a
I'd
10,
help out.
right? I rolled an 11, so that's another plus 2, so that's 7 total.
Okay, you shoot one of these things without the aid of any extra light effects right through the skull, and it just kind of like pulls back quick and lands on the ground. You can see black ooze coming from the wound in its head, like David killing Goliath. And the 2 see that there remain, and they split up and start to circle around towards the side. And you hear ah, and you look back real quick, and Quavon, you see this other corner of your eye too. You see Zach just like move so fast, like a blur, and he stops and slides, and you see that he's raked his sword across the ghoul gate. And at first nothing happens, and then 2 of the rocks as he's cut the 2 support pillars in half. And you see the container is gone. The black kind of opal shadow is starting to quiver, and the light's just intense on it because Suki turned on the spot lamps, and it finally just like implodes and is gone. And he yells back, "Turn the lights! Get the next one!" Q, what do you want to do?
He was kind of impressed. So after that one goes down, he still holding, one light in his left hand, and still has his holy chain just kind of like swishing around. He's gonna go for the next one. Does he see anything coming out of that other black hole?
Right now, you've got 2 that are starting to circle your position. You've got one that is in the face of Suki, and one, and that's it. The other one got disintegrated, but the wood chipper of light. It's a little light wood chipping.
I would like to, if I can, do another kind of a glaze of light over my body as I try to heal myself from that one harm from earlier.
Okay.
as I'm let my chains go for the one who's attacking Suki. But let me see if I can heal myself. So that's going to be 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10
That'll do
plus 11. Yes, I healed from that one harm from earlier. We did it. We did it, guys.
Great.
All
Now
right.
kick some butt.
Now kick some butt. The one heading for Suki. I do not like it.
On top of me.
Oh, that's not too good. 5, 6. Oh, 7. 7.
Make success. You do harm. Yep.
Precise strike.
Precise strike will work on even to make success. Yes, we talked about that before. Go ahead.
Okay, so we got 8, 9, 10. 10 on the dot. So I believe when I roll 10, it's 2 harm. Yes. Let me do a quick check. On precise strike, 10 plus you inflict 2 extra harm. Okay. So it will take a 3 plus 5 damage from my golden chain.
Great. You're able to basically like those saws that you can get to take out like camping and stuff, so you can kind of wrap it around and saw it across. Your chain wraps around its middle and tightens, and it just pulls it in half, and the two halves fall on the ground. And Quavon, you didn't notice the other one takes this opportunity behind you that was circling and leaps up into the ground and rakes you in the back.
I got healed.
for 3 harm, but
Holy crap.
but your armor can take care of some of that, right?
Yes, so I take 2 harm.
2 harm. Yeah.
Ah!
Okay, Suki, you see, actually, Katia, let's deal with Katia. So, Katia, you can kind of look up and you can see what's happening in the battlefield below. There's a couple of ghouls out there. You see Q cut one in half as he gets attacked by one, and this thing has its maw in his shoulder and has his hands, one on the ground and one on the other shoulder. Suki kind of like staggering back at the shadows, the kind of viscera of the ghoul. You can see Zach being all cool. And Sophie is like flying in the air looking for her place to shoot, and Kyle is still kind of on the ground recovering from the magical backlash.
All right. Am I able to get to a ghoul?
Yeah, you could get to a ghoul pretty easily. You could fly, and you could get to the one that is attacking Quavon, or you could get to the one that is kind of circling towards Zach on the far side.
I'll go for the one attacking Quavon.
Great. So you're gonna kind of dive bomb slash?
Yes. I'm not gonna help this other dude.
No, of course not.
Gosh.
Forget those guys. They put C4 in our radios. What the heck?
Technically, they're their radios.
They weaponized their own walkie-talkies.
11.
11. That is a full success. What would your extra effect be?
I would also like to dive bomb slash this one into the lights. That's
Okay.
in this,
Moving where
yeah.
he wants them. Yes. Okay, so you dive in there, and that does 2 harm, right?
Yes.
Great. And so you do that slash, and as you do it, you kind of like grab him, yank him off of Quavon, and you like 2 of you like roll into the light next to the stomp pedal, and it starts to writhe and try to get away. All you hear is Zach say, "Turn the lights, get the next gate." And Suki, you see that happen. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna turn. There's like 3 lights. You said how many
There's
lights
4.
are there?
There's
4.
4.
Okay. I definitely want to take the one closest to me and turn it towards the gate. I want to leave the one that's on Quavon on for as long as possible. Like
On Katia, who's wrestling basically with this one.
yeah, with the
Okay.
with Katia. I want to leave that one on first, but I want to turn the at least 2 of them towards each respective gate.
Okay. Yeah, so you can kind of let's have you act under pressure, because you're trying to turn 2 of these lights to aim at this thing. Battle's popping off.
After I got totally fooled.
Things are popping off right now.
Things are popping off. All right, so that is plus cool. So that is a 9.
Okay. Yeah, so Here's the thing. I'm going to give you a hard choice.
No.
I'm going to say that you can either get both lights accurately framed for this next gate, but it's going to open yourself up to danger, or you are going to be able to only partially get the lights where they want to be and detect danger for someone else.
I'm mostly on light duty now, so I'll do the detect somebody else, because on my next turn I'll be able to focus a little bit better.
Okay, so you get one of them right on that gate, the other one kind of turning almost that way, and you can see that there is, you didn't notice it before, but now you've kind of turned the lights, it's a little easier to see. Another ghoul had come out of the gate that Katia and Kyle have been taking care of, and it has made its way down almost to where Riley is and is about to pounce.
All right, I'm gonna go. Watch your six, and Riley, like, warn him.
All right, great.
What happens
right.
at 6? I'm
Just-
kidding. He knows exactly what that means.
Yeah,
I was gonna
right.
say, I was like, in this moment, like.
Yeah, Riley, you turn, this thing's maybe 5 feet from you.
Cool.
And it almost looks like it's grinning, like it's like pleased at itself.
Oh yeah, I'm pleased at myself too.
And he's so close, you can smell him. He smells like death, like the grave itself. And you can see the large teeth, the drool coming down, the big meaty paws as he's kind of creeping like a panther.
Is it my turn now?
Yes.
I'm gonna shoot him in the face with my sniper rifle.
Okay, I'm gonna give you a -1 because this is a distance weapon. Use at close range. So roll plus tough, but -1.
Roll plus tough, -1 for kick the butt. Right, it's just tough, right?
Yes, sir.
And my thingy of the thingies. One sec. Oh, precision strike is only if I hit, right? Yeah.
Only if you hit.
6 and a 3 is a 9. My tough is a 1, so it's just a straight 9.
Okay. That's a mixed success. You can do damage. You also can roll a precise strike if you like.
Okay. Do I roll again for precise strike?
Yes. If you hit, then you also could do this.
That is a 10. Yeah, 10.
A 10. Great. So you're going to do an extra 2 damage.
Yeah. So with the sniper rifle, it's 4. Plus 2 is 6.
Great. Okay. So you blast it, and it, I mean, you put it almost through, all the way through this thing, cutting across like the left pectoral out to the back of the scapula. And you can see that it's crippled for a second and it's wobbling, and it takes a slash at you for 3 harm as it's kind of staggering on its feet. It doesn't look that good. So 3 harm for you, Riley.
Well, that's not very nice.
Do you have any armor, buddy?
I do. What does that do again?
It takes away a number of harm.
Got it. So I was trying to fix my character sheet.
Okay.
So, no, wait, I don't have armor. I'm thinking around the wrong thing. I don't have armor.
Yeah, I don't think you do actually.
So I
and
take 3.
Take 3. And at that moment, you see kind of motion from the sky as Sophia comes down and just like wham on it, and it falls over as like these big gashes in its side with black ichor coming out, and you can see the claws on her hands as she's looking for the next thing to do, and she jumps back up into the air to find the next thing. Who would like to go next?
So interesting. Her claws, and she's flying. Interesting.
Yeah, think Sabretooth style, the Marvel character.
Sabretooth that can fly. That's interesting. That's dope.
Sure.
Monstrous.
Cool. I'll go ahead and go. So Kat just took care of the one that was on me. Riley killed the one who was in front of him. Yes.
Yeah, he and Sophia. Yeah.
Okay. Do I see any other ghouls around?
Yeah, there's 2 more. One is angling towards. One got damaged earlier and is kind of near in front of you, and then there's one that's circling around back towards Zach.
Is it possible that I can, with my area of this chain, get them both?
They're too far away. Let me rephrase. The one that's already been damaged is the one that's in the light circle, kind of trying to get away and facing off with Katia.
Oh, okay then. cat's good, and it's in the light, so it's gonna drop dead pretty soon. I'm going to go and attack the one that is with Kyle, I believe.
Zach.
Zach, sorry. Oh yeah, Zach's the big guy who's like pretty awesome. Well, let's see what I can do. I'm gonna kind of swing my glowing chain around, and I'm gonna try to go for the neck of the one who's with the Zach.
All right, do it.
All right, here we go. Oh, that's embarrassing. That's embarrassing. No, I can't add anything to that. So I rolled double ones. Dice gel gone.
Mark experience.
Well, I do level up from that.
Yay!
I'll take it, and I already know what I want.
All right.
Let me see. That's pretty much it. Would you, after that horrible miss in front of the guy who's awesome, can I do another shimmering light over myself to see if I can heal myself?
Yes. So just one moment. So you completely miss, and there's two consequences. Is you miss and you start to pull back, it knocks one of the light poles off.
Oh shit.
And that gives a momentary reprieve to the one that Katia is facing off with, and then the one that you went after turns and looks at you and makes a bound and lands in front of you with just a double rake. Take 3 harm. Now he's in your face.
Down to 2 harm.
Are you dying now?
Well, we'll see. So after that, I definitely am in the unstable territory, but I'm gonna try to glaze over with light to try to heal myself. Okay, so I lost 2 dice there in dice shell.
Remind me again, we get unstable if we go past the line, right?
Correct.
Yes.
Got it.
Not to the line, past the line.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9. Oop. Yeah, 9. It did not work. But even though I don't get healed, I think I still can stabilize myself, though.
You can stabilize yourself.
Okay.
That's
So
a good note. Yes.
All right, so I'm stabilized, but
Still hurting.
still
Yeah.
rough, still rough.
And so, mechanically speaking, when someone is unstable, doing even normal things require them to act under pressure first and then do the thing. Otherwise, if they fail, they take more harm. Like you're bleeding out kind of idea.
So
Gotcha.
if I have 3 marks, then I have the line, and if I hit 4 more and I'm dying, if something hits me again, they're gonna kill me, correct?
Yes.
And then my thing would activate.
Yes.
So I have a long way before that.
Yeah, you
Okay.
feel like you're doing pretty good.
I want to do something when it's my turn.
Let's go ahead and do that then. I'm intrigued.
I'm going to do what could go wrong. I'm going to try to
Okay.
reduce someone's harm by 1.
Whose harm?
Q's.
Hughes, how do you want to do that?
That's a great question.
So he messed up the swing with the chain, knocked over a light pole. The ghoul comes down and rakes him as he starts to try to heal himself.
And is the ghoul still there?
Oh yeah.
Would I be able to, doing like a 1-2 kind of punch thing, like would I be able to take a shot with my sniper rifle, hit the thing, and then tell him to get up?
Yeah, I like that. Yeah. And do you have to roll for not as bad as it looks? Or is it just like a once per hunt?
Whenever you charge into immediate danger without hedging your bets, hold 2. You may spend your hold to inflict 1 harm or reduce someone's harm by 1, or take a +2 to another act under pressure roll.
Okay, so here's how I see this happening, because it says specifically to charge into harm, not thinking about into danger about how it did that. You see Quavon get massively hurt, and you run up to the thing and body check it and hit it with the butt of your gun, and knocking it off its feet, and it doesn't do quite as much. You can take back 1 of that harm, Quavon. And now Riley's right next to you, like in the days of old, facing this ghoul together.
Now, if I have hold 2, could I reduce his harm by 2 then?
I'm going to let you hold on to that hold. Let's do it once per time.
That's fine. No,
Right.
that's fine.
Okay. Katia, I don't think we've had you do anything in a while. Let's go back to you. Kasuki had done the lights, and you're still in this kind of now reduced light ring where there's only 1 light now. shining on the ghoul who's badly hurt and on the ground contemplating escape.
And I'm like holding on to the ghoul.
He got out of your grip when you guys tumbled over, so there's only not like maybe a few feet between the two of you, where it's kind of trying to get away, and you're like the Gladius, and you guys are like kind of.
I want to try and stab him.
Great, go for it, kick some butt.
Yeah.
Is there a way that I can help?
Yes, while she rolls that, there is a move called Help Out. When you help another hunter, roll plus cool. A 10 plus grants help them +1 to the roll. 7 to 9, you gives them the +1, but you expose yourself to trouble or danger.
Okay. Okay. Because this might not work, and this might be a stupid idea, but the one that fell over, did it go out, or it just fell off?
It just it didn't turn off. It just fell over. So now it's no longer focused and making this like ring of light.
I would like to pick up that light and shine it towards the ghoul.
Oh, nice.
Like, originally I was like, I don't know how far away I am. I did want to like golf swing at it, but like if I'm too far away, I'll just pick it up and shine it right on the
I think that you're close enough to do that, but these things are pretty heavy, Spooky Grandma.
True, and I am hurted. So maybe...
go ahead and make that roll plus cool then.
Okay.
If you fail, you tried to pick it up. If you didn't, you shined the light.
Okay. Okay. All right. It's an 11 on the die.
Well,
so that
great.
is, and I'm not cool at all. So that's an 11.
Great. So Katia, what was your attack roll now that you have this +1?
Mine was a 11.
11. Excellent.
Yeah.
I'm assuming terrible harm?
Yes.
Great. So you pull out the Gladius and go to flying forward to strike it, just as Suki dives for the lamp, turns it on it, and says, "Get him, baby!" And worst Suki impression ever. And you come down and just cut this thing's head off as it tumbles to the ground, black ichor from its neck stump. And Sophia lands and grabs the light from Suki. She says, "Good job." She looks at you, Katia, and says, "I haven't seen Kyle. Go help him." And she starts setting up the lights towards the ghoul gate that you guys are focusing on.
I will go towards where I left Kyle.
Great. And at this point, Zach is also running over, sword in hand, and is starting to help reposition lights so that at this point now all the lights are positioned on the one that Kyle's not at, the second gate. Who would like to go first? Q or Riley, I think.
Are there any ghouls in a cluster?
There's actually only one ghoul left. It is the one that I believe is tacking that's tacking Quavan, that you just kind of put him off of.
How far away is it from me?
4 feet.
4 feet, huh? Well,
I know what you're thinking, and yes, it is awesome. You could do some teamwork here. Get out of dodge just in time.
Oh yeah. So I'm gonna put the rifle away. I'm gonna pull out Bessie. I'm gonna go up to Q, be like, "You need to vamp us out." And I'm gonna pull the second trigger.
A rocket-propelled grenade launches out as you hear him, and in slow motion, you start reaching for Riley as you see this grenade head towards the chest. Act under pressure, Q.
Oh my goodness!
Oh. I'm gonna use my hold for him to get a +2 on his act under pressure.
Yeah.
All right. Let's get it. Let's do this.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a 12 total.
12 total. Oh, so good. Where do you go?
Can we go home?
You just show up in the frontier. Just take somebody's hash browns.
So just so I know, where is the rocket like aimed at?
Away from this kind of grotto, out kind of open area. So away from all the other ghoul gates.
Okay. Do I feel like Sookie and Kat's gonna be good when we leave?
Yeah, no one else is nearby. You guys are
Excellent.
definitely in the
Perfect.
blast radius. Yeah.
I'm going to vamp out. I think the furthest one away is gonna be Sookie, right?
Yeah. She's fiddling with the lights.
All right.
Quick question.
I'm gonna appear behind her. Yes.
Are you taking Riley with you?
Yes. Oh,
Okay.
I have to roll for that.
Yeah, just quick because you said I, and I'm like,
Hey!
that was not the plan that he didn't explain.
I'm taking Rye. I'm taking Rye. Yes. So I have to roll for that.
Roll
That's
angel
right.
wings, please. Yes.
You know it's serious when Riley accepts that teleportation nonsense.
Yeah, it is serious. So that's gonna be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's gonna be. I think that's plus cool. Let me just double check real quick. Yeah, that is plus cool. Oh, well, can I still use that +2 cool that he gave me before? Because it's still like a cool roll?
No, you just use it on the act under pressure roll.
Okay.
So what was your total?
So my total was 7, 8.
Mixed success.
Mixed success.
Do you want to show up the wrong place together or the right place separated?
Let me look at how many luck I have. I said I wasn't going to use any more luck. I'm just going to look. I'm just going to look at it. So I have 3 luck left. I have 3 luck left. And it's only dangerous when you have 1 left,
You
right?
only
You're
have
like,
3 luck left?
Yeah.
That's insane.
I've
He
only-
has
That
spent
is
all his
insane.
luck. He has spent all of
Stop
his
it.
luck on bad teleportation rolls. Let the
Stop it.
record
I
show.
We'll be
I haven't
fine.
used any luck.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I
So
gave
I
mine
have
to
to
the
choose. I have to
witches.
choose where we go.
Wrong
or
place together, right place separated.
Wrong place together. I've already put him through the separate places, and I end up where I want to be. Wrong place together.
Great. So you got Katya and Suki in the Obsidian Order here's Riley shout, a click, and then an almost instantaneous follow through, the bright light of Quavon's teleportation, and then an explosion that sends tiny bits of ghoul everywhere in a 30-foot diameter out onto the floor of the desert. And you guys look back and they're not there, the ghoul's not there, and Suki, you look and you see that Sophia gets the last light focused on the ghoul gate as Zach rushes in to destroy it. Katya, you land next to Kyle where he had kind of been reeling before, and you see him hit his emblem, and there's a faint blue glow for just a moment, and he's like, and he looks up, and you can see the fangs in his mouth. He's like, no, I'm not okay. You smell different.
No, I don't smell like anything.
Riley and Q, it's
Who?
cold.
Okay.
It's dark. And you both land on the ground in like some short grass amongst the trees, and you kind of tumble together, and still kind of the ringing of the aftershock of the grenade in your ears, and you kind of look up and look around, and Quavon, you don't recognize this place, which is weird because you can only teleport to places you haven't been before.
I have been before. Yes.
The only place you have been before. Riley, you recognize it immediately. It's Alaska.
The fuck?
And
Where-
that's where we end our episode.
What?
You know, it's a terrible place to be depending on the time of year with vampires and things. It's a little chilly, but you know what? I think I can do the news and stuff. I think they'll be fine.
How did this happen?
According to the lore that we established earlier, Riley, where was the last place you fought vampires?
No,
Oh no!
that's
No, I'm sorry. I didn't hear you. What'd you say?
Maine?
No. That's almost far enough north.
No, it's not.
Thank you so much for watching the Duke City Chronicles, our latest installment of episode 5, part 7, The Order. Join us back here next Tuesday, 6 o'clock Eastern time in the evening. In the meantime, please go use promo code Fable42 at thecriticaldice.com. Click like, hit subscribe, and ring that bell. Tell a friend, force them to watch this creepy, creepy drama. And until then, Albuquerque's a weird place. Let's keep it that way.
Albuquerque out.
Hell.
What about Alaska?